of Ian, depending on where you're watching this. We're trying this cross streaming thing again. So right now I'm trying to make a breast cancer awareness hat. I am using this kind of based off of the awareness scarf pattern that Nastasia, who is another YouTuber, what she created. And so I tried to do it with some alternating colors so that you can really see the hey Daniel, hey Crystal, welcome in. So I know some of them don't look perfect, but they're actually super easy to adjust. But because, I'm gonna put more ribbons on it, I'm just gonna try to get it to the end and then see if I can make all the ribbons look pretty. So I'm gonna try to well, first of all, I'm gonna try to make this hat. That's step one, right? And then step two, I'm gonna check with Nastasia, see if she'll get back to me if I reach out to her, and make sure it's okay that I sell a pattern that's based off her pattern. I did have to make a lot of adjustments, but it's still like based on her pattern, so I don't want to do anything that would rub someone the wrong way. If it does bother her if I sell it, then I'll just show you all the pattern for free. So I guess win-win. But I've already started my decreases. So this is the main part. It's a bottom-up hat. And like I said, these will look a lot prettier once they're 1, 2, 3, 4. Once they're adjusted. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So is anyone getting dressed up for Halloween? Does anyone have any plans for Halloween? As you all may know, I mean, it should be pretty apparent with literally everything. I love Halloween, but this year it's just been a tough year, and I just don't think I have it in me to do anything for real for Halloween. So I'm going to be celebrating my birthday with some friends on Monday. We're just going to hang out at my house. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. And we're going to be watching 13 Ghosts, which I started to watch when I was in treatment. I haven't seen that movie in like a million years. Hey, it's not magic. How you doing? Welcome in. I am trying to adjust a pattern scarf that Nastasia did. If you want, oh, trick-or-treating with my boys and nephew. That sounds so fun. Hey, Cammy, the Yarny Horseman. Oh my gosh. New name. Very fancy. I like it. I don't really like horses, if I'm going to be honest, but like, cool. Good for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, I am multi-streaming. I figured I'd give it a go again because last time I had a lot of trolls, and it was just like I spent like the whole time like addressing the trolls and didn't have as much, I have fun like sharing on trolls, but I just like didn't have as much fun, didn't feel like I got as much done because I was spending so much energy like addressing them. And while that's fun, I don't think it's necessarily fun for you as people you are watching to watch that. So hopefully we'll have a better stream this time. But even if we don't, we can knock those fuckers out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I just got like really like right as I sat down, I just got a notification that I got another order. It's order since I've been out of treatment, so it feels nice to be back in the swing of things. and I can't wait. I'm super excited. Oh, you can't see. It's not magic. Can I see it? Oh, yeah, it's not magic. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I totally forgot. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, I'm streaming on Ian as a Weirdo. And then I'm also streaming on Ian is Weird. If you don't know, I have two channels. One, because my larger channel is kind of like stalled out and I really can't like move up or down with subscribers. Not really sure what that's about, but like, I'm just like, I bring like three people in and then like the next week, three people are out. And I'm like, but it's happening over and over again. So, so yeah, I guess it just matters on which link you clicked on, with what you can see. I know I can like put the chat here, but I'm afraid if I start getting a bunch of trolls that it'll be just like permanently in my feed and I like being able to knock them out, um, to where you can't see it. So we'll see if this one, we'll see how this one turns out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. So yeah, so I've adapted this pattern. So when Nastasia did her pattern, she just used one color, and she didn't like, so basically like it has a strip of double crochets, and then it has the ribbons, and then basically another row of double crochets, ribbons, and so you can see through the ribbon pattern. And I didn't think that that would be, I thought this would be really cool as a hat. um, and so I was like, okay, well, I need to make it more solid so that like my hair is not sticking out like through the ribbons. So that's how I kind of develop this pattern. Um, but we're gonna see like how it works, how the decreases work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, I wanted to bring the I think this will be my last row of I did a video where I did like a full I haven't uploaded it yet, so you haven't seen it. But where I did that pattern, and so that pattern is free. You can check it out, uh, either on her page or through the link that I'll post when I post that video. So I've just been out there a bit, and actually quite a bit, and everything's moving pretty slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But I think this would be a great scarf, and hopefully it'll be a good hat. I know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but you can use any color and make you can use any color for the ribbons, any contrasting color, and you can make a hat for whatever cause that you want to do awareness for. I think that that's the great thing about this pattern and a lot of the awareness ribbon patterns is you can do them in any color so that you can make the cause that you want. I believe so. I have to double check. What's the prostate cancer? Because I didn't take a lot of pictures because I was just like, because I like of my progress and like how to do it. Okay, so it looks like a medium blue to a light blue. I've seen dark blue. Okay, what color blue is it? Okay, so dark blue looks like colon cancer. like a medium to light blue is like a prostate cancer, which makes sense. Like a baby to mid blue. Okay, so for my next hat, once I finish the pattern and like figure it out, when I'm writing out the pattern and I take pictures, I'll make one in blue, a corresponding one in blue for prostate cancer awareness, which is in November. You know, you probably have seen people do No Shave November and stuff like that, and that's all to um, bring awareness to men's health, specifically revolving around prostate cancer. Um, so you can do it in whatever color. Also thought like for some of the, you could do like, you could probably figure out a way to like alternate the color of ribbons that you have. You can really go buck wild with this pattern, so that's really fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Of course, there was a lot of trial and error in this pattern, um, as is the case for most patterns, but I've enjoyed making it and seeing what we can make it do. You know, that's the fun of pattern making, is just kind of seeing how fun it is. Now, it does look really huge for a hat, but I think I just have a big head. Like, because whenever I make hats from other patterns, they're either way too small or way too big, and so I don't know. But I made, so this is what it looks like. Pink is not my color. Don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me. Especially without without eyebrows, I look. We won't say what I look like, but I don't look well. I look unwell. And pink, I was even surprised at the number of pink yarns I did have. Frankly, I got them all for pride flags. So especially like the lesbian pride flag. Um so yeah. uh so yeah. um yeah, I just pulled a bunch of pinks. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I disagree strongly, but I appreciate that. I have a very like yellow complexion, and I think pink just brings out the yellow in my complexion. It just makes me look kind of sallow and sickly. But some people look amazing in pink. Some people love pink, and if you do, this might be the hat for you. 3. I've been contemplating how I want to do this decrease. Okay, so there's 3 here, and there's this 4th one. I'm afraid it won't be centered if it's not there. But will I decrease it too much and get some weird shape at the top? Let's see. So, sometimes you just have to go for it, right? Oh, wait. No, I'm doing the wrong stitch. Okay, shit. Okay. What color is my favorite to wear? Yeah, black. It's a redhead, and it only you can wear any color. That's amazing. That's really cool. So like one of my like number one crushes right now is a redhead. By now I mean like since I, saw him. But actually named myself after one of his characters. So I'm not a stalker. I'm just heavily invested in his career. But yeah, I love Cameron Monaghan, who, if you've watched Shameless, the US Shameless, he's Ian, obviously, name. She can even wear red. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I wouldn't think that that would work, but that's pretty cool. Um, so I'm gonna do a fucking bonkers stitch right now. I'm gonna do a 3 double treble crochet together. That's gonna be super fun to write out and explain. So I've been using a lot of big twists lately, even as a stalker. Uh, Mild stalker. Okay, I'll take credit for that. I told y'all I was weird. It's literally in my name. I don't want to hear anything about that. But if you play video games, he was the character model for uh, for Cal Kestis, who was in Fallen Order and Fallen Survivor, I think. Big Twist, yes. I've been using a lot of Big Twist lately, and I'm just like, it's just not my favorite yarn. It's affordable, which is awesome when you're broke, but it is just like, it's so PC. It's like, to me, it's like the equivalent of using Premiere Basics. And I know some people love Premiere Basics, but for me, it just kind of like, once you get it on the hook, it just kind of like spreads out rather than staying in like a tight, like wound, like ply, or the plies like don't stay together. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I see that in Big Twist a lot too. And it's just kind of like, I'm still going to use it because, like, yes, it's affordable and it looks fine. I would not say it's the best for pattern testing. If you've got to make something, take it apart, make something, take it apart over and over and over again, the yarn kind of gets worn out. It doesn't really like to be handled a lot. You just kind of got to get it where you need it to go and leave that. I'm not a yarn snob. Whatever's the cheapest. Yeah. I think, like, looking back at like my whole like journey through inexpensive yarn, which I haven't tried any of Ice Yarn's value yarn. I'd like to, but like I just want so many colors, and I don't necessarily need like a lot of every color. And they sell in bags of like multiples. So, um, but like I think my favorites are Red Heart Super Saver and Caron 1 pound. I don't like Pound of Love too much. But it also has to do with the hooks I use, the way I crochet, I'm definitely not a yarn snob. I wish I had the budget to be a yarn snob, but I am not. But just like, because I tend to use furls a lot because they help my wrist a ton. Um, and like, I wouldn't even say I'm a hook snob. I just like not being in pain. But because they are a hybrid hook, but they do have that kind of more inline, kind of pointy, uh, grabby hook part. It tends to split the yarn a little bit if you're not careful. hope this is gonna turn out well. I falls apart in my hands. Yeah, it's just like, and like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, Caron 1 pound, I rarely have yarn flarf that I can't handle, but this is Pound of Love. Like, what the fuck? What even is this? So now I just use this to like stuff things because I can't. I literally there's not enough benzodiazepines in the world to make me. How, oh wait, I wasn't supposed to do that. But how is everyone else? It's like the way they wind the scheme. Yeah. Um, but yeah, so how is everyone else doing? What are you making? What are you up to? Are you still working on that shawl? I've abandoned that for right now. Um, uh, for this hat, just because I want to get it done this month. And yeah, that's that. I hope I'm not decreasing too fast. We'll have to see how it turns out. It's possible that I could be, but like it's hard because I need to maintain my multiple if I'm gonna do the ribbon. Like once I abandon like the ribbon idea, it'll be fine. But I didn't want it to start coming up and then all of a sudden not have ribbons. Um, because I thought that might look weird. Working on a mosaic that will never leave the house. Well, I'm sure it will be amazing. Do you mind if I ask what kind of mosaic you're doing? Um, I have like a couple mosaic patterns. I have one whip that's mosaic. I literally bought like the second it came out. I love Sixel designs. If you've seen her work, she does a bunch of like spooky, macabre type things, but then she also does other mosaic, but she pretty much strictly does mosaic patterns. She wrote a book, so if you want some of those patterns, you can get it that way too. But she does skulls, she does bats, she does all kinds of cool things. And I have a couple of her patterns, and I just recently bought one. Oh, it has coffins. Um, and she made a pattern. So not only did you have like the grid of like how to do the some of the dialogues are really different. Ooh, cool. That sounds awesome. Oh wait, no, wait, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I feel like very recently a lot of dialogues just have been very different. Like they're changing crochet couch, cow, silver bells. Okay, I'm gonna have to check 2, 3. But mosaic takes me so long because my brain just doesn't necessarily work in the way that mosaic does. And so it just takes me a while to kind of like, oh, so this is laying over this, so you don't see this, and like, boom, like, and all of like the special stitches that you have to, learn for each specific mosaic one. But I am working on like a mosaic uh, it's like I think it's gonna be a pillow, or I'll figure something out. But it's like all like eyes that are open, and then like some eyes, and then you can do like one eye that's closed. It's really cool. I really like it. Um, but yeah, I also really want to do the coffin one, and she put in a pattern for a backpack with the a pocket border. Ooh, I actually don't know what that is, so that sounds cool as hell. I keep on forgetting that I'm supposed to be doing decreases, and I just like wrap up these double treble crochets. I'm like, oops, gotta go back, try this again. Those. Now, when Nastasia did this, she said she wouldn't recommend doing it with a yarn that was very soft and kind of like limp. And when I was looking through my yarns, I had different colors of pink, like Simply Soft or Simply Soft alternatives. And so I was wondering if it would work with this. Because I do think that people who are like undergoing treatment, probably you want to have like a very soft yarn. And while this is not an unsoft yarn by any means, it is, a soft, warm yarn. I do think that you would want to be extra considerate of people who are going through treatment and their skin might be extra sensitive. So, yeah, maybe I'll give it a try someday with Simply Soft and see if that's. Now, with her pattern, because she had kind of these freestanding ribbons, I wonder if you would have that same problem if you were applying it to a hat. Because there's other stitches that are like holding up, but it'll be soft once washed. Yeah, I'm always concerned, just like, will it be soft enough? But if you say so, I trust your opinion definitely more than my own. Honestly, I can count on like less than times I've actually like washed my like. Well, no, there's some things I do wash. I mean, like my packer, I wash like frequently enough, but like I don't normally wash a lot of the things. You hated the feel of Simply Soft when you're going through chemo. Okay, interesting. That's really good information for me to have. Was it? Can you? Would you mind describing what you didn't like about the feel of it? Just so I can kind of uh, know what yarn to look for. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Um, it felt slimy. Yeah, that was like kind of when you said like you hated it. I was like, I wonder if it felt slimy. So yeah, especially on if you do encounter hair loss and it's on bare skin, I could get that, how that could feel like icky. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, so no, I did a unboxing video where I just got some new yarn and I haven't tried it yet. Um, Two of the yarns I have had before. Um, uh, One is obviously Big Twist, so I can finish my Swamp Witch, one of my Swamp Witch shawls, and then the other is a new color of Lion Brand to me, but I saw Crystal from Bag a Day use it, and I've been pining after it ever since. But the other one is a new yarn, like an actual new yarn. Me getting new yarn. Can you believe it? It's Lion Brand Chainette. And like, I love chain spun. It's my second favorite um, type of yarn. And like, it is 65 baby alpaca, 35 nylon. It's 50 grams, 1.75 ounces, 164 yards, or 150 meters. It's a size 4. I mean, the thing is, it because it's so fuzzy, it kind of looks like a 5. But if you like feel it, it's actually super, 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 super thin, and like almost like a 3. So I don't really have any idea what I'm gonna make with this. I just want to like sleep on this forever. It just reminded me of what I had. Totally understandable. I can get that totally. But there's a million and one things to it's so soft. There's a million and one things that you can make with this, that you can, if you want to, make this pattern. So we'll just see. Because like I said before, like I don't want to, even though I made like a lot of modifications to the pattern that Nastasia did, because it's, um, basically she started it. I don't want to, use it without getting like sell it without getting the thumbs up. You should. Everything feels different. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and like I know that like you're immunocompromised when you're undergoing treatment. So obviously, like things that are high in allergens, like a lot of people are allergic to wool. Like I would probably stick to 100% acrylic on that. Um, like I bet you can do like um I think like a an ice cream yarn would be really nice if it had the right variegation for like whatever cause you're um you know promoting and whatnot, but not promoting, but bringing awareness to. But everybody's different, so I totally understand. And I think this, like when Bag a Day recently posted, this wasn't like super recent, it was towards the beginning of October, I think. Um, she posted, I think it was a washcloth that she did like baubles, a ribbon bauble, really cute. And she talked about different causes you could um, do it with. And, she talked about how she had a connection to the cause because she had an aunt who had it. And so I think, whatever connection you have to a cause is, good enough, right? So I am starting to see where the decrease is doing its job, which is nice. Again, I just hope I'm not doing it too fast to make some like weird shape. Through it, then ask because it sets off and then put nice first smell of it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing this to make the pattern to with the intention of selling it. We'll see if you know that happens. But but also like so this will be for people who want to make it for either themselves or someone else. Um, and sometimes just a gesture um, is just the support people need to know that you're there and you're you know that they're not alone because they have your support. Oh my gosh, the bod sampler beanie. I've been wanting to make that for so long. Every time I see her wear it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. But I haven't got around to making it yet. Um, one day. One day. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite hats that she's ever made, I think. It's so good. If you do have testers, have them do it in different yarns. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I feel like, I don't know, it's hard because I have such a small, ugh, I hate to say this word, but like following on YouTube and Facebook that like the testers are probably the only people who would buy the pattern from me. So sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna put a pattern out there and I'm not gonna test it. Is that super risky? Yeah, but am I doing it anyways? So yeah, I don't know. But I can't compete with those. Oh, don't say that. You know, I really, you know, I think you are a very skilled crafter, and for me, I wouldn't see it as competing with. It just, there are crocheters and knitters from all different skill levels making these projects, and um, you never know. You might surprise yourself. I definitely don't think I could make it in like the time frame that she asked. Like, if she gave me like 2 to 4 years to complete a blanket, um, nah, I still wouldn't be done. It still wouldn't be done. I think I'm gonna put a pom pom on this because I find that like with a lot of like cinch top uh beanies that it just like I feel like you kind of have to put um whatchamacallit, pom pom on it. Oh shit! I can fix this. Okay, there we go. Don't you love when you think you made a catastrophic failure and it turns out to not be a big deal and literally no one cares? Me too. Okay. So I'm doing a lot of the one designer does that. I follow his free count and the deadline. Then any corrections are done before she sells the pattern. Yeah. See, again, I would like to do that. I just don't have enough of a base of people to test my patterns um, and then buy them. Like everyone I know would be testing it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bob did amigurumi. Well, she says that that's the thing that she's not good at, and it's like, well, thank God. Like, give the rest of us like one thing. Um, so I'm gonna do something a little different here. Wait, no, this is the same. Hmm, interesting. Thinking that it would be different than it is. my wife has started a new show, uh, addiction. I wouldn't call it addiction, but something she's been kind of obsessed with is uh, My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding, which is the longest show title of all time. Um, but she's been watching that, and I mean, it is a pretty entertaining show, and learning a lot about the culture of American gypsies. But yeah, I can't watch like too much of it, otherwise I feel like the brain cells just start to go. Does that make sense? Also, I did a because okay, so here's one thing that I do not like about Bod's bottom up hats is that she does a chain and then she does hey Lydia, and then she does her stitches, and they all look beautiful. They fit her perfectly. They fit whoever she's making it for perfectly. Whenever I make it, my big ass head can't bust through the chains, even though I don't chain tight. I chain like average consistency. Is that the word I'm looking for? But like, so I love to do my bottom ups with a chainless foundation row, and so that will be in my pattern as well. Again, assuming it's ever published. Um, but we'll see. Has gone down the Star Wars universe. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm so behind on all things Star Wars and just Marvel and so behind. I love Star Wars, but I like it's hard to but it's not a competition. They can both be really fun and really great for different reasons. You know, you're on vacation. Very nice. Did you go anywhere for vacation, or you just uh, at your house relaxing? Because that's a I love a staycation too. A lot less stress, a lot less buying sunscreen. If you're me. The joys of using two colors or more is when you aren't paying attention and you tangle everything. Winter's. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. I bet that's gorgeous, especially this time of year. Nice gentle breeze, leaves changing. Oh, that almost makes me want to go outside. Almost. Did anyone try that? So I did post the video of Nastasia's pattern in uh, in Army of Weirdos on Facebook. Has anyone tried that pattern? Um, because that's what this pattern that I'm making is based. I wouldn't say even loosely off of it, because it's pretty heavily influenced by it. I just added some different bells and whistles than she did. Okay, so now we're getting to the top part. I hope this works. I hope this works so bad. Okay. I literally just stamped my feet like a 5-year-old. Twist yarn. Need you to untwist. Maybe that's why they call it Big Twist. I haven't seen it. I will have to look for it. Yeah, I think I posted it a couple of days ago when I found the pattern. Um, and yeah, she just did a Facebook short on it. And so I'm not sure if it's even on YouTube. I imagine it is. Usually it is. Have I? Have I? It's it's like a freaking tapestry work of art that I can't even fathom being so creative to make that. Like it's mind blowingly beautiful. Yes, I've seen it. And do I want 50? Yes. Do I want to spend the rest of my life making them? Okay, so we're getting to the top of the hat. I probably want to do some decreases, but that's gonna hurt my brain a lot. I think I have to do decreases because if I don't, then I'll just be going. It'll mess up the flow. Ugh. Pattern making is hard. I don't think I've ever made a hat pattern. Have I? I don't think so. This is why I haven't seen you. I got kicked out. Wait, what? What do you mean, Roberta? Who kicked you out? Because, like, I should be the only one who has permission to do that. And I didn't. Roberta, I probably blown up your spot and you're probably like, nah, I'm done with this shit. Okay, let me see. Okay, Roberta's. Sometimes my screen gets a little choppy when I'm doing stuff on my computer, so I apologize. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is your uh does your last name start with an S, Roberta? The Facebook group? Oh, where? If because I can invite you, and then you don't have to worry about like waiting to get in for me to wake up or whatever. I feel like I want. Okay, so are you in face? Are you in the group now? And you weren't before? I'm just gonna invite this person. I think it's you, Roberta, but I do not know. I have not kicked anyone out of the group, so I do not know how that could have happened, but I apologize. It's happened in a few other groups. That's so weird. Okay, so I have to do a decrease. Yeah, screw. Pattern making is a fucking brain melting exercise because it's just like, oh, this should work, and then it doesn't work, and you're like, right, mm-hmm, yeah, okay. Shit. Do I want to do all that together? Then I won't. Then I mean, it decreases on the dark pink. Yeah, I have to do them all together. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I invited you, so you should be able to get a notification and just click accept if you want to be part of the group. After 8, I'm exhausted. I've been exhausted all day. Mel and I have something contagious, which is always super fun. And it's just been whew, tough to get through the day without just sleeping all day. But if you sleep all day, it's a lot harder to sleep all night, and then you feel even worse, and so that just sucks. And I'm also exhausted. Let's all take naps. I'm definitely on team Let's Nap. Um, what if we just had a live where it just like put on some soothing music and we all just slept in the middle of the day? Like, wouldn't that be lovely? That's the kind of content I want to push forward. Um, I did post. Now, this video is also already on this. Well, I guess it depends on which channel. Making things up, but hate writing it down. Oh, yeah. Um, I like doing it. I like writing it down on the computer because then it's super easy to erase or edit or whatever without like having to undo things you've done. Um, so anyway, our one-offs. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't think that I wanted to make patterns, and then Thrift and Stitches suggested that I start doing tutorials because it would bring people in, and I was like, I'm terrible for doing tutorials, so I have a tutorial. I just posted it on my other page. They were supposed to go up at the same time on both pages, but on my main page, it's been active I think since late September, and then for some reason it never uploaded on my other channel, which is where I would really like to have all of that stuff. So I just had to put it up there, and it was the zigzag stitch. Do I no zigzag popcorn stitch? It may be the only one ever. That is pretty cool. I can't deny that. Um, yeah, I don't like making things more than once generally. But I kind of didn't really know where I was going with this pattern, so I didn't really like. I started to write it down, and then I just started like working, and then I looked back and I was like, oh man, I haven't written any of this down. I didn't take pictures of progress or like the steps, and I know that like I personally like like tutorials with like pictures or like stuff or like how you yeah, I did it in black and orange. And then I but I do the tutorial in rainbow yarn, rainbow variegated yarn, because for me, I think it's easier to see. My Stormtrooper I designed in the car, it was envelopes and pads. That's so cool. Crystal, you're so sweet. Thank you. Um, yeah, so I know I'm not the best at doing tutorials, so that's kind of why I'm like, I do them kind of few and far between. So if you want to try it, you can, but I don't think I'm a great instructor, if I'm being honest. So, I can be honest with myself like that. And so if you got nothing from it, I'm sorry. Wasted your time. This is definitely gonna be one of those tutorials or one of those patterns that's gonna need a lot of explanation because I am literally just making shit up. And I'm working with two colors, and I'm like, this is the front, this is the back, like all over the place. And so I think it's gonna need a little bit. It's gonna be very picture heavy, I think, but we'll see. The thing I dread is counting the stitches, being like, this is now you should be at blah 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 stitches, because I feel like I'm really bad at following that with other people's patterns. Like I'm always end up with the wrong number of stitches, so I feel a little silly because I feel like my counts might actually be off, and that would be rough. Gonna watch you a little bit, then I'm gonna eat supper, and I'm gonna make dish rags. Oh, fun! Like how the top is closing. Yep, it's yeah, the power of the decrease. I think this is my last row of ribbons, and then I think I'm gonna. I was toying around with the idea of like doing like alternating like pink and with the pinks at the top, but I think I'm just gonna keep it with the dark pink and then have like a nice bright pom. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do the pom pom. I'm not sure if I want to do it all the light color, all the dark color, split down the middle, half light, half dark, or just mix them in. My initial thought was to mix them in, but I don't know. I mean, I can make a ton of pom poms. It doesn't have to be one way or another. Yeah. See, that's a reasonable slant. And this is straight. I tried to kind of like use another hat that I have that I like the fit of as a so stressed. I need this time away to do videos and lives of mine. Yeah, of course, you need to take that time. I know you've been feeling so sick. And when you're feeling sick, sometimes you want to just hang out with your friends, and sometimes you just don't really want to do anything. I understand. So I have this waffle knit hat that it's just a cinched top. It's not anything. This is another bag a day pattern. This is also a Caron cake. I never really used Caron cakes before because I don't know, like something about cakes, I just don't like them as much. They're harder for me to store, I feel. But it's super soft. But it's like it's the color is also very unflattering on me, I think. So, and I think that because when Bod made it, it like the stitches were a lot more apparent. And for me, I think because I used the J hook like she did, I think everything's a little too loose. But anyways. Oh yeah, removable pom-poms. Yeah, so that people can wash them and take care of them easier. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen some people use like the little like discs, but they have like they look like flower petals, like almost. I've seen people do that. Um, what else have I seen people do? I don't know. My brain's like, nope, that's it. You access one memory, that is all you get. Thank you. Well, give me your address and I will send it to you because I was so excited to learn the waffle stitch and I think it looks fine like this, but because I have a big ass head apparently, I stretch it. And this one did a this one I did a chainless foundation because again, with Crystal's videos, for some reason the chains just don't. Oh, the buttons with slots cut out and an elastic band. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'd send it to you. To the hairband and somehow attach them with a flat button. Oh, I see how you could do that. Yeah, that makes sense to me. If you just sewed the button on the inside, would that irritate your head if you didn't have hair? Like a button right there on the top of your head? I guess if it was like a small enough or like a flat enough button, it wouldn't matter. Yeah. Crystal, I don't remember if I think we're friends on Facebook. Even if we're not, you can message me. I believe the color is the Caron cake. I'm looking at it right now, but I can't see the color name. I think it's in the color Gray Owl. That's the hat that made me make the waffle stitch baby blanket. Ugh, so gorgeous. Yeah, the waffle stitch is beautiful. I just think this has too much stretch to it, and so you don't really get the pattern. I love your hats. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like I really, really do. It means a lot to me because um, I think that I'm not that great of a crocheter, but yeah, it's nice to hear that people think that I'm not absolute garbage because you know, negative self talk, working on it. Favorite hats by Bod is, and I've made quite a few of them, is the plaid beanie that she did. Um, it's so easy. It's so fun to make because like you're just constantly changing colors, so it keeps you kind of involved in your hat. And yeah, it's really nice. The plaid beanies, yes. Yeah, I also like those with a palm because they're like a cinch closure. I never use fur or fake fur palms, mostly because, I mean, they're just expensive. Like, even when you buy them for cheap. Hey, Lulu! Wow, love your pink hat you are creating. Thank you. It's actually based uh, kind of loosely, on a pattern by Nastasia here on YouTube. Um, I did because I wanted to get this done in October. But hat so tight it rubbed. Yep, 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 yep. But thank you. I'm gonna see if I can get permission from Nastasia to sell this pattern, but if I can't, I'll just do the pattern here on, I'll just write up the pattern, release it, and let you all go for it. And you can do this in any combination of colors, whatever you want to do awareness for. No shame. I was just wondering. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's on ice right now. It's literally right next to me. I would honestly kind of, I mean, I like, you know, um, since I started making patterns this year, um, I feel like I've felt a lot more competent as a crocheter. And maybe, maybe if you've had a similar experience, you can let me know. Um, but like, I felt like I was like an all right crocheter before, and then this has like challenged me to like be more creative and understand my multiples and my counts more, and stuff like that. So fun, but it is like way more labor intensive. But it's kind of like a different exercise of the brain, which my brain can use all the exercise it can get because this is my life. Yeah, I don't love to do wearables. I just don't have the patience for them. If I'm being honest, I wish I did. They take too damn long. I did make. I do usually try to do something for Pride because light it up. No, so they're actually awareness ribbons, and when you first put them on, they're kind of all over the place with how they look, but you can kind of go in and adjust it if you like if you even out the ribbon, and then you kind of like pinch the top, you can get it to look a lot more like a ribbon. See, so yeah, so I mean, I'm sure you could figure out a way to do this with hearts. I mean, it does look. I can definitely see the hearts that you were all talking about. But yeah, like there's some like weird thing, but yeah. So like once all that's done, then once the hat is done, I'll go ahead and fix all the ribbons. So it looks a little bit neater. The instructions for this decrease are going to be wild. I can say that right now. Designing patterns makes you more aware of how the patterns work. Absolutely. And yeah, it makes you think more about what you're making. And I actually really like it. So while I didn't ever think I would be in a position where I could call myself like a pattern designer, like, hey, I do have one pattern out there. No one spot it. But that's okay. I have a pattern out there. That's fine. It's not always about selling everything. So and then I'm gonna figure out how to finish this row up. Okay, so I think that what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna cut the light pink because I don't need her anymore. I'm gonna keep it nice and long. Oh shit. Should put that under. So the colors I'm using, I do. Did I? haven't put that video out. Okay, I was like, have I said what colors I'm using? So I'm using two big twist values. I don't know. I don't want to pay to advertise it because I still feel like won't I won't sell anything. I just feel like my Etsy is like 100% packer sales and that's it. So, but that's not, I mean, not a bad thing, you know, if I'm known for prosthetic penises, then, you know, that is what it is. Okay. Just your friendly neighborhood prosthetic door to door penis salesman. That's when I understood the dynamics of the world, how things work. Yeah. So found on watching on your project tonight. It's been a long time since I caught on one of your lives. Love the way your pink song coming along. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Lulu, you're so sweet. Yeah, I mean, I am making this pattern and through it as best I can. Because I don't, you know, really know what I'm doing, just kind of making things up as I go. Okay, so go through all of those, including that other chain. Get that nice and tight. So this is how it looks so far. We just have this little bit to close up. My stitches, they're all pretty big, so should come together nicely. Okay, so one stitch. Okay, 1, 2, 9, and I'm just gonna like slip it on and see how that's working. If you put it for sale, put the awareness uh, uh, color chart with it. Definitely. I yeah, I'll put some different colors on there. Wow, pink really does not look good on me. Maybe if I had hair, it'd look better, but okay. So we have like, feels like a little bit bigger than a quarter um, size hole up at the top, but the fit's actually pretty good. It's pretty bulky just because it's, you know, two layers of colors, but you know, if you're into that, you're into that. Okay, so don't want to close it up. I don't want to close it up too fast. So let me do. Actually is, and that's super surprising because I just pulled the multiples literally out of my ass. Well, I didn't pull the multiples out of my ass. So I pulled the decreases out. Um, okay, and then decrease every stitch. Do this in the round. It's hot. Do you start your? I started this hat from the bottom because the stitch that I was referencing made the ribbons like this. So so that's why I did that. and I couldn't make my brain work in a way that was top down. Okay, so is closed. Look at my hat, babe. It's hot as fuck, isn't it? Am I just feeling? No, like yeah. Oh man, fuck that. We're both feeling. Oh no. The fact that there's doubt just shows how sick you are. Like swamp. I haven't put. I don't. I've only slipped it on a couple times. Okie dokie. So, because this is big twist yarn and is a little piecey, I'm not going to use my hook to do all the ends. I'm going to use a darning needle. Just have to move all of my stuff off of my stitches. So, I'm sure everyone has seen by now because it's going like crazy on that. Dollar Tree is now carrying, I think, 35 packs of stitch markers, which is pretty cool, of locking stitch markers. I'm the same way. I'm going to start making some hats next week. Oh, very cool. Oh, apple juice. Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, I did squeeze it quite a bit, so I'm really surprised that it doesn't explode. Yeah, apple juice would be good. I kind of wanted, like, but it'll look too much like a Trump party. I just want to, like, rain it down on me because I'm hot. Just get it. Got some stitch markers in my Dollar Tree. That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, I have quite a few in this box right here that I will eventually lose, but it's good to know that they're there so that I don't have to go. I love apple juice. Little known fact about me. It's little known because nobody cares. Actually, don't know if I need this last stitch that I did. I undo. Such a doofy boy. Riker, you can't be there. Get in or get out. Can't undo this last stitch because apparently it's more of a knot than I expected. So I actually can't find them somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So Dollar Tree, Lydia. Apparently, Dollar Tree now. I swore I heard that they like did for a while, um, and then I guess they stopped. But mine has never carried crochet supplies, so I've heard that they had like a hook, like a plastic hook, that you could buy. I don't know what size it was because I never saw it in my Dollar Tree, but I know the Dollar Trees around me. But I think knitting is a lot more popular around here than than crocheting. So why did I decide to do this? It was just fun. I could just left it open. Ooh. Oh man, I pulled all these stitches out. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, damn it. Okay. Hooks at 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5. That's so cool. No such luck, mine. A lot of the ones near me don't even carry like yarn. But the one in my hometown does carry yarn, quite a bit of yarn. Um, so that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna try to close this up again and try not to fuck it up. Okay, I think that is good. Just pull that out. I'm sweating my balls off. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. So the colors are, this is medium rose from Big Twist. Tape fell off. And then this is hot pink. I mean, you can see I used a fair amount of both, really, to make this hat. I definitely used more of my contrasting color. Um, I do think you can definitely make this where if you wanted, you could, all the rows in between, you could do the lighter color if you wanted to. You just wouldn't. So then you could still have like a row of contrasting color behind the ribbons. So you can really, I think, do this how you want to. So hopefully I can publish this pattern, whether for sale or not, and anyone who wants to do it can do it. That would be cool. And then I'm gonna leave that as a loose end because I'm gonna do a pom pom with it. So let me sew up these ends from this. Yeah, it's definitely cool to see Dollar Tree and other affordable places carrying yarn, both yarn and crochet and knit. I like utensils, tools, so that people can get into the craft without having a lot of money. Because really, like, of course, there are plenty of people online who craft who have a little bit more access to funds and can make all kinds of cool shit with that. But I would say from at least the people that I interact with, a lot of us don't have just like that same access to funds. So um, it's cool to see lower barriers for people who want to learn, but are low on cash. I love to see that. Okay, so light pink is tied up. I keep on sighing because I'm just hot and I don't know what to do about it. If you're wondering, I had to use my inhaler for the first time since I had pneumonia a couple months ago because, and don't judge me for vaping, but it's like it's totally different. Like it's um, like I just feel I had to like get groceries from like upstairs to downstairs and like just like running up the stairs, I was like wheezing just with whatever I got. So when that sweet album, I was like, oh yeah, this is what's up. Now I've never, I don't have asthma. I have never really had any breathing problems, um, but I definitely needed it when I had pneumonia this most recent time, and have kept it because those things are expensive. Uh, and um, wow, the difference that it makes when you mind boggling. Maybe that's a stupid thing to say. I don't know, but I was just like, wow, I really couldn't breathe. Shit. So, question for all of you. When you have a friend or you see someone on the internet and they're like, hey, I really want to start learning how to crochet or how to knit, but I don't know where to start, and like, or they just go to the store and they buy a bunch of yarn and they're like, okay, what do I do with it now? What do you suggest? This isn't a pop quiz or anything. I'm just curious because I've seen a lot of different suggestions, and I just wonder what you all think. What comes to mind for you, and how you learn best, and how you can, you know, feel like people can best learn how to crochet. We sit down together and learn. That's awesome. Yeah, I am terrible at teaching people how to crochet. I made a couple videos that I put on my second channel, um, and I don't know if they were helpful to anyone or if anyone has watched them that is learning how to crochet. Um, because I feel like it takes like a very special person to be able to teach someone how to crochet. Because I'm not that person. Like if I sit down, I'm gonna have a really hard time teaching you. I feel like I can teach people how to knit by sitting next to them and teaching them, but that's about it. Okay, so I'm gonna take my ribbons and start kind of forming them into how I want them to actually look. Because they do tend to get askew. Now, I learned how to crochet purely on the internet. I I was in treatment for my mental health, and this was several years ago. And I was knitting at the time, and I only knew how to knit. And I had yarn with me, but I only knit. And there was this older woman who was in treatment with me. She had to be like early 70s. And she was like, "Oh, I used to crochet. I used to love it so much, but I don't remember anymore." And I was like, "Well, let's just learn how to crochet." So we picked a project that we wanted to learn. She wanted to make like a slouchy hat. Um, and so we found one that she liked, and luckily doing the tutorial was very thorough, and and we just learned how to crochet like that together, and it was a really like special moment. Hard to say what I would do. I taught people I know to crochet in it, and I really sat down to make a plan. It's all spur of the moment. Yeah, exactly. I find I really like doing it with my. It's not there. I really like doing it with the Mexicana yarn. That's why I do most of my tutorials that I've done with the Mexicana yarn, because it changes color so rapidly that I can be like, and so you go through the yellow to identify stitches. I think so. For me, that's like a yarn that I think is a really good beginner yarn because you can really see the stitches. So yeah, these are really easy to reshape and get them looking like you want them to, which I appreciate because I'm not trying to do a lot of hard work right now. I just finished a freaking hat, which isn't that much, but still. How to hold it. Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing. Yeah, you could spend a whole video talking about tension, how to hold yarn, how you hold yarn, how you've seen other people hold yarn. Also, if you do knife grip versus pencil grip, don't even start to confuse people. So yeah, um, yeah. I kind of wish I had learned pen grip because I see people doing it and it looks so fast. I'm like, maybe it's faster than knife grip, but then I've heard that like knife grip is less hard on your wrist. I don't know. But I'm at the point now where I can't change. I'm like, I'm past that point of being able to change my grip on my crochet hooks. How to exactly. Yeah, so much to learn. Yeah, I tried it once and I was like, like, because it's so different coming at the yarn from like this direction to like this direction. That doesn't make sense in my brain. Hey, you need to chill out, sir. You chill out. It's just Grandpa making noise. Just Grandpa making noise. It's a noisy Grandpa. Joking. And like, also, I was thinking because when I posted a picture of like the progress of this hat um, on Army Burritos, and I asked if this looked like awareness ribbons, and I did get some feedback that they were kind of I was kind of like loaded up on ribbons, which is how the pattern kind of was intended to be when Nastasia wrote it. But I can definitely see how you could do less ribbons here if you want to like carry your yarn in the back, to not have as many ribbons. Because I mean they definitely can be a little overwhelming if that's not what you want. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. My pom pom maker is in the other room, and I only have one size because the other ones walked away. As you know, crochet supplies tend to do. I think I want to do a blend of the pinks for the I don't know, do I? Yeah, I think I want to do a blend of the pinks to for the pom pom. And maybe I'll do the button trick so that we can change it if we don't like it. It does. Actually, that looks really cool. It doesn't look like ribbons at all, but that's cool. That's fine. At least something looks like ribbons at some point. Yeah. Because I don't make a lot of like hats with pom, just don't keep track of those things as much. Okay, so now we really gotta. This might have been a place for additional stitches. I was not sure about my chain count if it would work with the decrease. So we need to up that. I give that a try with a postal cancel. If you did not know, I do have a fundraiser, two fundraisers, one for To Write Love on Her Arms, which is a wonderful charity that works with people suffering with self harm thoughts and actions, suicidal thoughts and actions, and addiction. And then I also am doing a fundraiser for the Susan G. Komen um, Foundation, who works to fund research for breast cancer awareness. Again, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and definitely think that cancer research is important. I mean, I know I'm not revolutionary in that idea, but yeah, I think that okay, yeah, they look. It looks that looks better. I mean, it's definitely different. It's definitely not, but I'm glad that I put some ribbons up there. Let me go grab my pom-pom maker, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie. So, found my pom-pom maker. I'm sweating in places that you ought not sweat. Okay. So while I love my little snippies very much, I don't think that they're great to use on these pom-pom makers. Um, they just don't really cut through like a bunch of yarn. Cutting chicken, but listening. You cut that chicken. Ugh, so much fun. I had my therapy appointment yesterday, and like I was sick as a dog yesterday. I'm feeling better, but still not great. Um, I did sleep half the day, so that helped. Um, but I was very sick yesterday, and I kind of didn't put the pieces together that I was sick. I just thought I felt like crap. Um, Pom Pom Makers at Dollar Tree. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm gonna have to get one of those. Um, you make that pom pom. But fuck, what was this? What? Oh, I was in the middle of my therapy session, and I was like, I had told her that I was sick, and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it through this entire therapy session. So just a heads up, if I need to like skedaddle, I will skedaddle. And she was like, yeah, no problem, understand. Thanks for showing up. Because I didn't want to cancel last minute on her. And like, so I'm talking, doing my therapy thing, and all of a sudden I like have the strong urge that I'm going to throw up. And I was like, and there's like literally no place for me to throw up. right here. I don't even have like a trash can, which I should. I keep on meaning to get one. But anyways, um, and like, so I was just like, can I make it to the bathroom? Do I really need to throw up, or am I just nauseous? Or, like all of a sudden, and so I just like stopped talking, and I was like, sorry, oh, don't throw up. So I'd like to keep therapy interesting. That's the really important thing with therapy is it can get boring talking about feelings and stuff. So you just get nauseous and start throwing up, and that's exciting. You know, people knew how exciting therapy could be. Maybe more people would do it. I'm just being stupid, just so you know. But I legitimately thought I was a throw up in therapy. The last time I used this was probably before I left for treatment, and I was like trying to remember how to use this contraption, but of course I didn't watch a video on it because that would be the watery mouth. Oh yeah. Um, and so I just was like, playing around with it, and I was like, nope, nope, okay, I'm gonna try this. Nope. I like to make my pom poms really full because I find that if I don't make them really full, then they just look really terrible. But I've seen people who can do really cool things with pom poms, and I'm just ever so jealous. I don't know why I felt the need to say it like that. Okay. This is gonna be pretty. It's definitely a contraption, that's for sure. Okay, cut through. Please. Oh my gosh. It's just yarn. It's just yarn. Fucking titanium here. Why do all the scissors have to suck? Now, I have tried every method known to man that is not using a pom pom maker. I've tried using cardboard. I've tried this. I've tried that. I've tried it all. I've just tried using a fork. Saw a tutorial for that. I cannot make a good looking pom pom unless I use a pom pom maker. I guess I'm bougie in that way, but I don't know. It just doesn't, brain doesn't do that. The struggle is cutting into it. It's like, where did my arm strength go? Yeah, the scissors are just like the blades of the scissors are just like, nope, nope, nope. Like, that's very rude. Don't you know that I spent all of 30 seconds making this pom pom? You're gonna cooperate. Come on, bitch. Okay, so finally, got my little pom pom. I'm gonna use the darker yarn to go around. Pom pom scissors. Make sure it's nice and tight in there. How many strands trying to fuck you up? Ah, where did it go? Okay, got it. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Because if you don't tie it tight enough, then your cut up yarn just starts to. Um, oh my gosh! I just had what I think might be a genius idea. So the scrap exchange that is near my house ish here in North, and they have a lot of like pre-cut like latch hook rug yarn, and I'm like, I always want to like do something with it, but I never know what I can do with it, and I think it would be good for pom poms because it's already pre-cut, and you just wrap it around, and then you shape it, and boom, right? Is that a good idea? Or is that stupid? I don't know. And I'll probably try it anyways because the yarn is like $1, if that. Okay. I tried to tie my pom poms about 800 times. Because I just like, I hate when pom poms fall apart. It's just a sad day for all. And I'll go around the other side. Right there. Trying new things is a good thing. Okay, so fingers crossed. Oh yeah, don't just like pop it like this. Pretty. Ah, that's a nice cushy pom pom. So pretty. Good Edward Scissorhands. Thank you. These have always brought me luck. Yeah, I think mixing the colors was the right way to go. Hey, good enough. So satisfying when it comes out right. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we're going to attach this pom-pom to this hat, and that is my ribbon hat. Yay! I guess I might as well just go ahead and do it. Both in the top are pretty big. I can actually just like, stick it through with my fingers. Probably not a great design. Put this together, but cut it too short. That's fine. Okay, so I need to and then Vogue model montage. Yeah, there's still the ends and the top that I haven't sewn in, but okay, where's the back? I look like I look like a cake, like a birthday cake. It kind of has a like birthday cake vibe. Yeah, I still think pink is not my color, but I do like this hat. I like the idea of it. I probably won't be wearing it out, seeing as again, I just feel like I look extra like sickly in it. But mm, 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 yeah. So this pattern will be published eventually. Whether for sale or not for sale, that is a question. But yeah, man, I wish I had the two so I could make it a little bit more sturdy. It wouldn't be like all floppy, but lessons learned. Well, I'm gonna go. It's been about 2 hours, and I just want to not talk and hear the sound of my own voice for a while. So I'll see you later, Crystal. So, thank you. Don't forget, send me your address. I will send you this. It's very soft. It's very soft. Like I said, it was my first time using that yarn, and I was, I mean, I just love the color. But then once you put it next to my skin, it just isn't particularly flattering. So, yeah. So send me your address, and I'll send you that. Okay. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.